Welcome to the Cloud Council. My name is Mark Chillingworth. Today we're discussing building a flexible technology estate. Joining me is Dominic Howson, Head of IT and Supply Chain for the Bakers, Hovis. Could you have created business flexibility without adopting private cloud computing?
Good afternoon, everybody. As part of that divestment, we did take the decision to put everything into a cloud and not buy any of the traditional hardware that we would normally have done in the years gone by. That was some 6 years ago. In terms of business flexibility, it meant that we were building a platform that was scalable and flexible, then we could grow the business or make changes to the business and not be left with an oversized or undersized infrastructure. So it gave us flexibility right from the word go. So
that's interesting that 6 years ago there weren't that many people talking about oversized or undersized infrastructure. Now it's become a much bigger topic. What was it you saw that gave you that vision that we need to be that agile?
I think it was a turning point because in previous roles within Premier and other businesses, we were used to having large-scale, very expensive black boxes that we used to have to get someone to look after, and then we had to refresh every 3 years with capital investment. And for a lot of the time, you would have capacity, storage, and processor capability that would be underutilized, and we sat there waiting for the never, never. Looking at it when starting up Hovis, it was 6 years ago. Probably wasn't the most obvious route to go, but not spending that money to actually invest in that start. We're effectively building a startup. It was not quite a greenfield, more a brownfield, I called it, but it's about building an infrastructure that we could change and we could actually demonstrate to our business that actually you could make changes to and grow without having to invest a great deal of capital. And in fact, making it as simple as possible to understand and actually operate commercially and operationally was the key thing for me.
That's fascinating what you're saying about being brownfield, and what lessons from startup, but also lessons from very established businesses did you bring together to create that brownfield sort of ethos?
We were very confident with. We had a very good architecture in Premier Foods in terms of how SAP was implemented and how it was structured. Essentially with SAP's and other partners' support took a copy of what existing Premier system was, and we then moved that. But because the architecture was so good and clear, we actually chose to leave it on IBM's AIX platform as an example. So we knew that was robust and it was something that had never let us down before. And so we used that operating system and had to find a partner that would put it in a private cloud, which we did. And that was a key thing, to take something you are a key learn. When you're in a brownfield, so to speak, if you can take some of the technology history with you to ensure that you've got some kind of continuity, then that's a good thing. And it certainly calmed the nerves because there was no big changes moving the crown jewels, so to speak. It was one less thing to worry about in moving operating system.
Dom, thank you very much. Really useful insights. Thank you for watching, and join us next time on the Cloud Council.